Hey guys, so I've recorded all 5 videos from 2 weeks ago from your perspective, and the video from last week from your perspective, but there's 2 of them that I still need to edit, and I'm procrastinating editing those, so we're gonna do part 3. We're doing part 3 right now, before I even upload the first 5. So this is part 3 of Marty Sears Rat Run series. Part 1 and 2 are on my channel. You don't necessarily need to watch those first, but like there's these little excerpts that have lore. So if you wanna see the excerpts in chronological order, then you will wanna go watch those first. And I'm remembering both excerpts this time, okay? So, Experiment 3, Orange, 19th of June, 1974. The results of the 8x8 were nothing short of astonishing. Only the tiniest dosage was given. However, we will proceed as planned, introducing blackcurrants to test self-control. It remains to be seen whether Finks will resist eating those that take her in unhelpful directions. Alright. Now, the cat is on the freaking printer again. Oh my god, okay. Now, let's read the rules, shall we? Let's go to full screen mode real quick. Normal Sudoku rules apply, which means we have to put the digits 1 to 9 in every row, column, and 3x3 box. Once each. That's important. Okay, aim of the experiment. Finks the rat must reach the cupcake by finding a path through the maze. The path will be a snaking line that passes through the centers of cells without visiting any cell more than once, crossing itself, or passing through any thick maze walls. So, this little guy, Finks, will be going through the maze to the cupcake in whatever way. But, it cannot... I'm a fella. What am I doing? Okay. The path cannot visit the cell more than once, pass itself, or whatever, yeah, I think you understand. As well as moving orthogonally, Finks may move diagonally if there is a 2x2 space in which to do so, but may never pass diagonally through a rounded end/corner of a wall. So, orthogonally is basically the same as, or it's basically the opposite of diagonally. So like, this is orthogonally, or this is orthogonally, this is orthogonally, etc. And so what this is saying is, as well as moving orthogonally, things can go diagonally if there's a spot available. So that's possible. But it cannot go through any rounded end/corners of walls. So right here, it can't go diagonally through there because that bulb is in the way. Right, test constraint. In this experiment, the correct path will be a valid Dutch whisper line, i.e. adjacent cells along the path must have a difference of at least 4. So basically what that means is, if this is a 1, and if it's on the path, if this is a 1, this would then have to be, it would have to have a difference of 4 from this, so it would have to be a 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. And this would as well. And then this would have to go in the other direction, yada yada. Okay, black currents. Cells connected by a black current have a 1-to-2 ratio. One is double the other. Not all possible black currents have been given. So, say this is a 1, like we were saying previously. This current would then be 2, which would mean that this would not be on the path because those do not have a difference of 4. Or it could be, like if this is a 2, this could be a 4 because 2 is double 4. And the reason it could be 1, 2 is because 1 is double 2, etc. One is double the other. Oh, whatever. Okay, we're at 5:41 right now. So whatever my final time is, just subtract it by 5:41. Okay. If you want to play this puzzle, there's a link to it down in the description. But anyways, I'm gonna solve it. Let's get cracking. Sorry, I couldn't resist. So, basically, Sphinx is either going this way or this way. What the freak? This current I find interesting because it's one is double the other, so it can either be 1, 2, 2, 4, 3, 6, or 4, 8. The only one of those that would work on the path is 4, 8. So if any black current is on, well, if two, because like if this is like that, this doesn't have to be 4, 8. But if both cells are on the path together, then it does have to be 4, 8. And if we go down this way, both of those will be on the path together. And if we go this way, that'll be true here. So one of these black currents is a 4, 8. I'm actually not sure where to start here. I suppose Sphinx can't do this. Oh, yes, she can. But Sphinx can't do that. Because then this would be a 4, 8. And this would need to be 4, 8. So there'd be a 4 and an 8 here, and this wouldn't be able to be a 4 or an 8. But we don't even know if Sphinx is going this way yet or not. Okay. So, the cupcake, it has 4 potential ways. What the heck? It has 4 potential ways in. That's not very helpful, is it? That could be 1, 2, that could be 4, 8. Okay, this is a bit interesting. These 3 black currents, I believe, are different. Because these 2 obviously have to be different from each other. And yeah, this would have to be different, or else both of the cells would be seeing the one that is the same down here. So these are all different variants of the black current. My brain is wanting to say they'd have to be 1, 2, 4, 8, and 3, 6, but I'm wondering if like maybe one of these, yeah, like this could be 1, 2, and this could be 2, 4, and this could be 3, 6. So there could be a repeating digit, just not a repeating domino. But I suppose I could mark that they are different with colors. I don't know how helpful that is, but it's something. If one of them is 4, 8. This could be 2, 4, and this could be 3, 6, I don't know. Oh, here's an interesting point. If we go down here, we have to do that, which would mean this is 4, 8. So this would either be a 4 or an 8 right here, and then this would be 4 and an 8. There'd be too many 4s and 8s in this box. Okay. Okay, right, sorry, I'm back. So like I was saying, if the path goes down here, the path will be forced to go over this black current and that blackcurrant. So they would both have to be 4, 8. This would have 4 and 8. And this wouldn't have a 4 and 8 right here available. So what I am claiming is that the path does not go down there. And if the path were to somehow come in through this way and go up, it'd be the same thing. Both blackcurrants would be taken, so we're not going in that way either. So if we then come from this way, we would have to go this way. Although we could go up, maybe? No, we couldn't, because then there wouldn't be a way back out of this top part. So we would have to go that way. So this would be a 4, 8. And this would have a 4. So yeah, this would need to be 4, 8. And there wouldn't be a 4 and 8 available because it sees both this 4 and 8. So I'm now claiming that we don't go down this way either. And okay. So then if the path were to go this way, oh, it could do this, couldn't it? Oh wait, no, that's still broken. It would either have to do this and go down, or do this. So basically, it means that either these are both 4 and 8, which would put too many 4s and 8s in this box, or these are both 4 and 8, which would put too many 4s and 8s in this box. So we now know that Finks does not go that way. Finks must come this way. And this fella, these guys right here, they are between 4 and 8. Okay, which means this can't be a 5. Or this can't be between 4 and 8, pretty much. Anything between 4 and 8 is not 4 different from 4 and 8. It's not 4 different from 4 or 8. Okay. Right, if the path goes over here for whatever reason, could that be a thing? I mean, I suppose it could. And actually, if the path does that, we then know that this is a 4-8 blackcurrant, and we now know that this is not a 4-8 blackcurrant, because we established that these are all different. So if it were to do that and then come down again, it can't go that way, because this wouldn't be 4-8, so the difference would not be a 4, so it would have to go this way, and it can't go down here, and if it went up here, it would get stuck. So I think what we're saying is that it does in fact go over this way. And yeah, if we went over here, we would get stuck. So it goes down, and then back over, and then down. So we now know that these guys are between 4 and 8. But these don't have to be, because these are not directly connected on the path. How did they word it? Consecutive? Oh, adjacent along the path. Yeah. So they're adjacent digits and they're on the path, but they're not adjacent along the path. And we know the path can't go down this way. So it must come over here, which makes these guys between 4 and 8. Okay, and if we were to go down... Oh, never mind. We can go down as long as we don't go that way, because that would make this a 4-8. We can't have two 4-8 dominoes in the same box. This is something interesting. If the path goes along here from this little area, it just can't, because this would need to be a 4-8, and the 4 and the 8 of this column are right there. So the path will not be entering this area. Which means the path is either coming from here, here, or here. And if it's coming from here or here, then it's coming from here. If the path were to go up and down, it would have to do that and then come out here, which is really weird. And if it were to not do that, it would end up going down here, which is the same spot. So we know that this cell is on the path, and no matter which the cell is on the path, whether it's coming from here or from here. And we know that it won't be able to go that way because this would become 4-8. So we've got, oh yeah, and if we did this, it would have to come out and it would get stuck. So the cell is eventually on the path, either from here or from here. And if it's from here, it can't go in there because it would get trapped. And no matter where it comes from, it can't go there. So no matter which way it comes from, we then know that it goes that way. Oh, that is goofy. That's very goofy. But now the path can do all sorts of things, like it can go boom, 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 boom. Or boom, boom, boom. Can 5 ever be on? Yes, it can. If this was a Renban line, then 5 could not be on the path. But this is not Renban. This is a Dutch Whisper. Wait, no, not Renban. German Whisper. If this was a German Whisper line, I mean, we know that we're not going up there. Because if we do that, we get trapped. There's all kinds of weird stuff we can potentially do. What's really weird is that this can be 2-4, and this would be a 4, that would be an 8, and this could be 3-6. Those are from 1, 2, 3, and 9. That's pretty goofy. I mean, should I pencil mark that? That anyone that is adjacent to a 4-8 is a 1, 2, 3, or 9? Well, that's interesting. One of those is a 9. Because 1, 2, and 3 can't be. Those are never 4 apart, so one of these is a 9, so this is not a 9. Ah. And 4 is never 4 away from 1, 2, or 3, so this is an 8. I should have pencil marked that. Good. So that is an 8. This is a 4. This is a 9. This is not a 9. This is a 2, a 1, a 4, or a 6. And it can't be a 1 because 1 is never 4 away from any of those. Can't be a 2 because 2 is never 4 away from any of those. Can't be a 4 because 4 is never 4 away from any of those. So it is a 6, which means this is a 3, and this is a 1 or a 2. Okay, but now this 4 isn't 4 away from 3, so this must be an 8. This must be a 4. That's pretty cool. This. It can't be a 3-6 pair because there won't be a 3 or a 6 to put here. It can't be a 4-8 pair because there won't be a 4 or an 8 in either spot. So it must be a 1-2 pair. Ooh. Okay, and that means that the path does not do that, because neither of those are 4 away from 4. So the path must go up. Can't go down there, so it must come here. We don't know which way around it goes, but we know that it will end up here, and it will do that. Oh, and we can use this 8 to say that this is a 4, and that this is an 8, and that means that this is a 9, and that this is not a 9. I think this is a 1 or a 2, right? Yeah, nothing else is 4 away from 6. So this is a 1 or a 2. So we've got a 1-2 pair right here. This must be... I think only 5 and 7 are available for that. Yeah, it can't be a 3. Because 3 isn't... Oh, wait, interesting. It can't be a 3 because 3 isn't 4 away from either of these. So it can only be a 5 or a 7. But 7 isn't 4 away from the 9, so it must be a 5. Oh, and we can get another 5. Because 5 in this box. It can't be here because it's not 4 away from 4. So it's going to be in one of these cells. Which means in this row, 5 is up here and 5 is over here. So 5 is not in any of those cells. And it can't be on a black current because one has to be double the other. So if this were a 5, this would have to be 2.5 or 10. And neither of those are regular Sudoku digits. So we then know that this is a 5. Also, we know one of these is a 5 because 5 can't be on a black current. Okay, what can you be? You can be 8 or 9. Well, you can't be 9, so you are 8. What can you be? You can be 1 or 2, because 4 and 3 are already in this row. And then you can be 6 or 7, because 5, 8, and 9 are already in this row. you can be 1, you can be 1 or 2. Because 3 is already in this row. And 3 could be 4 different from 7. But that wouldn't work because 3 is there. So we now have a 1-2 pair right here, which means this is not 1 or 2, so it's a 3. And the numbers we have remaining over here are 6 or 7. And since we're going crazy with pencil marks, what do we got left here? 4, 5, and 7. We established that 5 can't be on a black dot, and 7 can't either, because half of 7 is 3.5, which is in a Sudoku digit, and double 7 is 14, which is in a Sudoku digit. So this is a 4. So neither of those are 4. Oh, and since we got this 5, 7 right here, this is a 6. And this is a 7. And you would either be a 2 or an 8, but 2 8s see this cell, so that's definitely a 2. In this row, we have 6 left. Yes, so that is a 6, and this is a 3. In this row, we have, oh, this is a 3, and this is a 7. And then up here, we have 1 and 9 left. Okay. And then what can you be? You can be a 5, a 6, a 7, or a 9. Alright, that's not all that helpful. What about you? You can be a 7 and 8 or a 9. Because 5 and 6 see the cell. I guess we could mark that. You can be a 5, a 6, a 7, or a 9. That's the same as the other one. So whichever one you go into, it'll be here or here. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, or 4. And if it's this one, then it's a 1 or a 2. And that would make a 1, 2 pair right there. One second, let me let my cat out of the room. Okay. I'm back, baby. Right. So, let's look at this box. We have 1, 2, 4, and 8. 9 is in one of these spots. 3 isn't really helpful. 5 can be in any of the available spots. 6 isn't really helpful. 7 isn't really helpful. Okay, look in that box was useless. We know there's 9 in one of those spots. Okay. If the path goes this way, that would be 4, 8. If it goes this way, okay, that is interesting. We know there's a 9 in one of these spots. The 9 would have to go, it would have to be next to a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, or a 5, because those are the digits that are 4 away from 9. 1, 2, and 4 are already taken. So that only leaves 3 and 5 left. That doesn't tell us all that much. I thought that it might. If this is on the path, so if the path does that, and this is a 9, then this can't be a 1, a 2, a 3, or a 4, so this would have to be 5. That would make that a 5. That's pretty goofy. There'd be a 5 down here. Let's look at 5s. See what 5s are up to. 5 in this box, since it can't be in a black currant, would be in one of those spots. 5 in this box would be in one of those spots. Oh, here's something. 5, if it's on the path, it has to be paired with either a 1 or a 9. So, if this is a 9, and that's a 5, it would need either another 9, like there, maybe, or a 1, which it couldn't get from here. So there's a lot of ifs here, but if the path goes this way, and this is a 9, then this is a 5, and the path cannot go right there, because that cannot be a 1 or a 9, because the 1s are here and the 9s are here. So it would then go that down there. But if the path goes this way and this is a 9, then this would have to be a 5. Because it wouldn't be able to be a 3 in order to pair with this 1, 2 right here. So this would be a 9, this would be a 5, and this would be a 1. And that would be a 2. And that would be a 5, and that would be 6. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. That's interesting, but not helpful. If the path were to go down, and this were a 9, this would have to be again a 3 or a 5, because we got a 1, 2 pair right here, and a 4 right there. So this would have to be a 3 or a 5. That's so goofy. It's so goofy. Okay, this is not a 3-6. Oh, so I'm gonna get rid of this coloring. I don't need it anymore. How do I get rid of the coloring? Boom. But this is not a 3-6 double. So it's either 1-2, 2-4, or 4-8. This is not a 4-8 double. It's either, oh, and it's not 1-2 either. A 1-2 double would break this because there won't be a 1 or a 2 available. It can't have a 4 on it, it can't have an 8 on it. So the only thing it can be is 3-6. I don't know if that helps us, but it's true. This can't be 3-6. Because there's a 3 right here. This can't be 3-6. So these guys are between 1, 2, 4, and 8. And they're not the same domino because, like, if this were a 1-2 and this were a 1-2, there would be 3 cells with only 2 digits to fill them in this box. But a digit can repeat because this could be a 2, this could be a 1, this could be a 2, this could be a 4. There'd be a 2 up here and a 2 down here, and they wouldn't contradict each other. Alright. This guy is not 3-6, it was between 1, 2, 4, and 8. And it has to be a different pair than this one. What's interesting is if the path goes down here now, if we assume that there's not a 5 on it, then this would be low, this would be high, this would be low. And that would have to be an 8. But if there is a 5 on it, it could be this is low, this is 5, this is low, that's 8, or this is low, this is high, this is 5, this is 1. I don't know. This could be 2, 4. This could be 2, 4. This. What do you want, Toru? Okay. This could be 2, 4. This could be 8, that could be 4. This could be 1, 2. So this could be 2, 4, this could be 4, 8, and this could be 1, 2. So they can all be different. But also these can be the same. Alright, I'm gonna start pencil marking the path. You can be a 5, a 6, a 7 or a 9. It can't be an 8 because of that 8 right there. You are the same story. 5, 6, 7, or 9 can't be 8 because of that 8 and that 8. You can be a 1. Oh, you can't be a 1 or a 2. You can be a 3. You can't be a 4. You can be a 3 or a 5. And you could be a 9 if this is a 5. Oh, but you can't be a 3 actually, because there's a 3-6 pair down here. Oh, and you can't be a 6. Okay, this is a 5 or a 9. So this can be... It can't be 1 or 2, it can't be 3. It can be 4, 5. This can be a 4 or a 5. Alright. Since this can't be a 1 or a 9, that means this can't be a 5. So this is a 9. Alright. That also means that this has to be a 5. Because that's the only of these digits that's 4 away from 9. And this has to be 1, because it's the only of those digits that's 4 away from 5. This is a 2. Which means this is not a 2. Which means this is not a 1. But it could still be a 4, because this could be an 8. Okay, this is not a 9. And oh, and this is a 4. Because there's a 5 right there. Okay, I think we're supposed to prove that we can't go up because of these digits. If we go up. Oh, yeah. Because the only digits that are 4 away from 4 are 8 and 9. 9 is already in this box, and if we go up, the 8 sees that cell. So we have to go down, and this has to be an 8. And then the path must continue that way. And then this is now a 7, because we've got that 8. Oh, so this can't be an 8 anymore. Pretty swaggy. And then you have to be a 1 or a 3. And it can't be 2 because of that guy. Pretty goofy. That can still be a 1 or a 2, and that's still true. These 3 are also from 5, 6, 7, and 9. And another digit, I think. What's the other digit? 3. These are from 3, 5, 7, and 9. 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. This is either 1, 2, 2, 4, or 4, 8. It's not helpful. Right here, what do we have left? 2 and 6 haven't been placed in this column. Never mind. 2 and 7 haven't been placed in this column, right? Yeah, there's no 7 on here. And since there's 7 in this box, we now know that this is 2. And that this is 7. These are from 1, 3, and 6. And one of them is a 6. Oh, and this 6 sees that, so this is a 6. So this is not a 6. So we now have a 1, 3 pair right here, which knocks this 1 out of this cell. So this is now either 2, 4 or 4, 8. No matter which one it is, there's a 4 in one of these cells, which means this is not a 4, which means this cannot be an 8. Okay, oh, and actually there's a 4 right here, so this has to be a 2, which means this has to be a 4. This is no longer able to be a 2, so this is no longer able to be a 1. So this is either 1, 2 or 4, 8. Oh wait, and this can't be a 2 because of this 2 right here. So this is a 4. And this is an 8. So this can no longer have an 8 on it. Which means it's either 1, 2 or 2, 4. No matter which one it is, it has a 2 on it. Oh, this 3 sees that cell. So this is a 1 and this is a 3. Alrighty tidy. In this box, 3... No, this is a 3. This is the only spot that can have a 3. Okie dokie. In this box, this can't. Oh, yes, it can. Never mind. If you reach the cupcake from this 4, you would have to be an 8 or a 9. And that's fine. In fact, in this column, all we have left to place are 8 and 9. And in this column, all we have left are 1 and 5. Pretty goofy. Okay. If we were to come in through here, this would be high. This could be 1 or 5. This could be 1 or 5, and that could be high. That's fine. Like, for example, this could be 9, this could be 1, this could be 5. This... Wait, no, that's the near doesn't work. This could be 8, this could be 1, this could be 5, this could be 9. Okay. 1 is in one of those spots, in that box. Oh, 2 is right there in that box. Four is in one of these spots in this box. And it's in one of the... Oh, 4. The only places available for 4 in this box are these 2 spaces. So that means there is a 4 in here, so there's not a 1. This is a 2-4 pair. What did I just do? A 2-4 pair right there. Pretty snazzy. Alright, 5. 5's in one of those spots in that box. Six. 7. 8. 8 is in one of those spots in this box. The 9. Alright. This, if the path goes this way, oh, actually, let's look right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 9 are the only ones available for this row, and this digit C is a 9. So this must be 7, and this must be 9. Oh, that means this is a 1-7 pair right here. Oh, and the 7 sees that, so this is a 7, and this is a 1. Pretty goofy. One of these is a 7. Oh, and now this is a 1. This is a 9. And now this is a 7-9 pair. And now we know that 9 is in one of those spots, and 9 is in one of those spots. So it's either going to be 9 there and there, or 9 there or there. No matter what, the 9 for this row and the 9 for this row will be taken up. So that means in this box, 9 won't be able to be in any of these spots. And because of this 9, it won't be able to be here, so 9's in one of those spots. Okay, in this column, we're missing a 6, I believe. Yes. Pretty cool. In this box, we're missing 8, and we can do that. The 8 goes right here, and this is a 5. Okay, in this column, we're missing 5, I think. Yep, this is a 5. Pretty cool. Alright, let's do these cells. This can't be a 7. And these are from 5, 6, 9. This can't be a 6. This can't be a 9. So if the path goes this way, this would have to be a 5, 9 pair, and this would be a 6. And then it would go down into a 9 or a 1. Or if this is a 9 and this is a 5, then this could be a 1. Okay. So what can you be? If you're on the path, you can be a 1, a 3, or a 9. And you can't be a 1 or a 3 because the path would go over here. So it would be a 9. This would be a 5, this would be a 9. And then 4, blah blah blah. If it instead goes this way, it has to do that. There's no way of knowing what order these are in. One's in one of these places. 2's in one of these places. Oh, that's interesting. We've got We've got all 4 digits for these places right here. So 1, 2, 4, 8. Well, little. So 1, 2, 4, 8 little spot. Actually, wait, no, I don't think that's true. No, 1 could be up here. Never mind. Yeah, one can be in any of these spots. That would have been huge if that were true, though. It's true that 2 is in one of these spots, though. And the way I'm getting that is that 2 can't be up here because of this guy, and then since this 1-2 pair right here, it can't be down here, so it's gotta be one of those spots. But since it's not the quadruple I thought it was, I'm not gonna mark that. What about here? We've got 1, 3, and 6 left for right here, and this is the wrong kind of pencil. Alright, 1, 3, and 6. Okay. So if we do go down this way, one of these, one or both of these is going to be on the path. So one or both of these will have, or one of these is going to have to pair with one of these. And since they have the same digits, we can just do the same logic. Like you. This would need to be 6. Or 1. 1 or 6. But this has more options. If this is 6, then the path goes down here. Because the 6 can't go with a 5 or a 9. The 6 would have to go down. So this, in order to be 4 different from 6, would have to be a 1 or a 2. And it can't be because there's a 1 and a 2 that see it. So this can't be 6. Which means we now have a 5-9 pair right here. Which means that this is a 6. That's something. Can that be a 6? I mean, if it's not on the path, it can't be. But if it is on the path, it can't be. If we put a 6 here or here, we can make that a 6. Because of the... Yeah. But there's no guaranteeing that that cell is on the path. If it goes this way, it would have to go down. And if this is a 5, this has to be a... Sorry. If this is a 5, this has to be a 1 or a 9. And both are possible. If this is a 5, this has to be a 1 or a 9. 9 would be the only option. And if this is a 9, this would have to be a 3. Because 1, 2, 4, and 5 all see this digit. That would have to be a 3. So that is either, if it's on the path, it's either 3 or 9. And actually, it can't be 3 because 3 won't be able to go into there. So this, if this is on the path, it is 9. Which means this is 5, and this is 1. And this is 9. Oh, hello. 2 is not 4 different from 5, so this is a 1. That's a 2. This one makes this a 2. makes this a 1. 5 is not 4 different from 2, so this is a 9. This is a 5. And if this 9 goes down here, it has to be a 3. And 3 is not 4 different from 4, so the path must then do this. And 6 is not 4 different from 5, so it must then do this and that. This is either a 1 or a 9. It sees 1. So this is a 9. This is not a 9. This is either a 1 it's a 1. It cannot be a 2, a 3, a 4, or a 5, so it has to be a 1. Now these are between 8 and 5? Oh yes, this is 5. And this is a 7. And one of those is a 5. And what are these are from 4 and 2, I think. Yes. And these, just to fill the board the rest of the way in, are from 3, 6, and 7. This can't be a 7. This can't be a 1. Okie dokie. The 1 could go down here into a 5 or an 8. The 5 could go into a 1 right here. Or the 8 could go into a 1 or a 3 right here. Oh, actually, forget about that for a second. We know that the path is going to be doing goofy stuff down here, but it's going to have to get to the cupcake eventually. The only way for it to make progress is for it to eventually come through here. And this, so this is on the path. It has to be 4 different from this. 5 is not 4 different from 2 or 4. So we know that this is 8. 6 is not 2 different from, or 6 is not 4 different from 8, so that's not a 6. 1 and 3 are not 4 different from 1 or 3. So this is a 6. And so this is a 3, this is a 1, this is a 6, this is a 3, this is not a 3, this is not a 6, this is a 6, which means this is a 7, and this is a 3. This is a 5, which means this is a 5, this is a 1. This is an 8. This is a 9. Which means this is a 9. This is a 7. And now we've got a 2-4 deadly pattern. And I believe we're going to be using the path to fix that. So the path's not going there. If the path can go here, but if the path were to go here, it would have to either go to the 6 or the 3. And neither 6 or 3 are 4 different from 5. So the only option for this one is to go straight to that 6. Okay. Now the path comes over here. 2 or 4 is not 4 different from 3, or 2 or 4, so the path has to go directly to that 7. And 7 is not 4 different from 8, so it has to go down to the 3. And then the 3 goes to the 9, to the 5, to the 1. Can't go up to the 2 or the 4, so it goes to the 8. And so that's the path done. And now 4 is not 4 different from 7, so this must be a 2. This must be a 2. This must be a 4, and this must be a 4. Alright. Experiment completed successfully. Cells visited 39. Black currency in 3. The transition to full-size maze appears to have had no negative effect on Finks's performance whatsoever. She showed high levels of self-control, rejecting the black currents that would have been detrimental to her overall goal, whilst enjoying those that happened to lay on the correct path. Alright, that puzzle was absolutely wonderful. Stick around for when I do part 4, and if you haven't seen part 1 or 2, go watch those. And I've also got other puzzle videos on this channel, like Wordle, Minesweeper, Connections, a game where I press a button. It's crazy. Alright, and one last thing, stay cozy.